For more on the latest developments on Friday's poll, I am joined by my other colleague, reporter Peter Clottey of VOA's Daybreak Africa. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon, Shaka.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How about yourself?
Talk to us about the developments on the ground in Ghana. What are you getting? What are you hearing? Are people excited about Friday?
Yes, people are really excited. I heard from insiders in the New Patriotic Party, and they are pretty confident that they're going to win Friday's presidential vote. However, new polls that are coming out seem to be split between the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress. A few of them gave Nana Akufo-Addo, the main challenger, the nod to win the election, albeit in a round-off. But you know, majority of NDC supporters feel that they will be able to win by the power of incumbency first round of the vote. So we are yet to see what might come up on Friday. I've
also seen some of the polls which seem to be leaning towards the incumbent president, John Dramani Mahama, in fact pulling it off in the first round. How credible are some of these public opinion polls in Ghana, Peter?
For the past several elections, the polls have not been wholly scientific, although there seemed to be an improvement in this year's election specifically. But one thing that almost everybody would agree with is that to win Ghana's presidency or to win the castle in Osu, one must win at least 5 regions of the country and be competitive in the rest of the 5, based on figures from the Electoral Commission, population density and distribution of prospective voters. Now you have to be competitive in the rest of the 5 and win 5 regions hands down. Then you can win. If you fall short of that, that is quite a challenge to overcome to win the castle in Osu, Shaka.
We're talking, of course, about 8 regions. Is that correct?
Well,
8 regions that basically being competed for. And right. Which particular region do you think we should be watching very closely? Is it Greater Accra, which has perhaps the majority of the voters? Which particular region should we be looking at, really?
I think the 3 crucial regions that we should be looking at, because Greater Accra is competitive, and I think they might end up playing a draw in Greater Accra, although I give a slight edge to the New Patriotic Party. But the crucial regions are the Northern, Upper East, and Upper West regions. If these 3 regions go to one particular party, I am pretty, let me not stick my neck out, but whichever party wins those 3 regions could possibly win the castle.
Some of the public opinion polls I have seen, Peter, suggest that, for example, the NPP is running ahead in the northern region, which of course is the key region really for the incumbent president Mahama. Is that possible?
That is one thing that shocked a lot of people, and that is why both parties came out to discredit those polls, because otherwise the NDC has what they call the World Bank in the voter region, and the NPP appeared to have performed creditably well in the stronghold of the NDC. On the other hand, in the Ashanti region where the NPP has its stronghold, the NDC appeared to have performed well. So both parties appeared to dismiss the recent poll altogether. But it remains to be seen how competitive this election really is, because those 2 parties are evenly matched. However, on average, the polls appear to tilt slightly towards John Dramani Mahama because of the power of incumbency, because of his name recognition. But Nana Akufo-Addo, don't get me wrong, is a very, very shrewd politician.
Let's talk about the power of the Ghanaian diaspora, of which, of course, you are a part. Why is it that you are not, in fact, voting in this particular election, and yet you are supposed to be part of a very, very powerful constituency in as far as your country is concerned?
Well, that is one important question I put to the Electoral Commissioner, and they did not come up with the measures in time to ensure that Ghanaians living in the diaspora could vote. However, he said that in the years to come, they would come up with measures to ensure that. But then Ghana has been practicing this for a long time, and people in the diaspora, Ghanaians in the diaspora, were not pleased at all that they could not register to vote in the high commissioners or the embassies all around the world. That's quite disappointing. But then we'll try and see what happens with the Electoral Commission, whether they will be able to come up with some measures to register Ghanaians living abroad to be able to exercise their franchise as enshrined in the Ghanaian Constitution.
Well, thanks very much, Peter, for your insight.